The prospect of Nancy Pelosi's visit to Taiwan has elicited intense debate within the United States. By contrast, Taiwanese reaction officially has been relatively muted. What do you think is behind this? Is it perhaps intentional, a means to avoid taking sides?
I think the Tsai administration has shown a lot of restraint and a lot of discipline in terms of not taking any explicit sides. And I think partly, of course, it's not to anger China or provoke China in unnecessary ways, but I think they're also trying to figure out what American foreign policy is. And as you mentioned, there's a clear sort of divergence between what the Biden administration is thinking and what the Pelosi camp is thinking. So I think the Tsai administration is very cleverly trying to, sort of see where the wind is blowing, and then they'll sort of stake out a claim. But what I've been impressed with is just how disciplined they've been in terms of keeping tight-lipped on the whole situation.
A lot of this debate and alarm in the United States has been prompted by China's belligerent language, but it's also the same language we've heard directed towards Taiwan regularly over the years. You have pointed to what some call a sigh and shrug response from much of the Taiwanese public to these threats. What do you think is behind this? Is it blindness, is it fatalism, is it cool-headed realism, or something else?
My sense is that it's a sort of clear-eyed recognition that there's actually not much that Taiwan can do in this moment, other than sort of what the Tsai administration is doing, which is to sort of wait and see. I think what most people in the US or most of our friends abroad don't understand is that this is sort of the constant background noise. People in Taiwan would be ecstatic if Nancy Pelosi came, but we also recognize that if the visit fell through, then that's just how things go when it comes to Taiwan's sort of limited options within the international sphere. The Taiwanese can't force Pelosi to come or prevent Pelosi from coming, nor can they, prevent China from making belligerent claims. There's certainly certain people who would take a more fatalistic attitude, I think, but I think for the majority of people, it's sort of a recognition of where Taiwan is, an understanding of where it's placed in the world, and in a way that life goes on here.